Book Talk. Today we're discussing The Ring and the Crown by Melissa de la Cruz. Where do I begin to describe this? It was really entertaining. It felt like I was watching a TV show, like a CW type of TV show. The concept is interesting. Basically, England rules everything because the Queen has all the magicians working for her. She has the strongest sorcerer in the world right now as her right-hand man, and his name is Emirius. He's her Merlin. And so together, they basically win all the wars and rule everyone. So we weren't able to win the American Revolution. When I say we, I mean America. It's the early 1900s right now. So it's about Titanic time. And I would describe this to you as Gossip Girl meets Rain meets Titanic meets revenge. There's a lot of stuff going on up in here. But at a lot of points, it reminded me of Titanic. And those were like the funnest moments for me because I love Titanic. Also, just the time period stuff going on reminded me of Titanic. Like temperaments and stuff reminded me of revenge. And the drama reminded me of Gossip Girl. And we see from the point of view of multiple characters. We have the Queen of England, of course. The main person here is her daughter, Princess Marie, the Queen's daughter. The Queen is like 150, okay? And I'm assuming she's lived that long because she's got that badass magician Merlin on her side, right? Now, the Queen's 150, her daughter's 17. So she had her daughter when she was like 100. Marie is a magic child. She's one of my favorite characters. She's really down to earth. She's smart. But since her mom was like 100 when she had her, she's born with all these ailments. And then we've got Eowyn. I don't know how to say this girl's name. It's Aelwyn. Eowyn. Marie calls her Winnie. They're BFF. They grew up in the castle together. Eowyn is that all-powerful Merlin's daughter. A legal daughter because magicians are not allowed to reproduce because we don't want them overpowering the regular humans. And the princess is faced with our classic princess problems. She's being married off to some prince of Prussia to prevent war, which is always a pain in the ass, especially when said princess is in love with another dude, one of her soldiers' guild. Drama. And then we've got her best friend, Eowyn, and she has a little thing for the prince that her best friend's supposed to marry. Scandal. We also follow this character, Ronan. She's my favorite character. She's an American. She's from New York. She's basically Rose from the Titanic, except without the Titanic. Her mom is sending her off to England to find a rich husband because their family's going bankrupt. So we follow her as she heads off to England, and on the boat to England, she meets my other favorite character, Wolf. And Wolf is the brother of that prince that Marie is supposed to marry. He's the younger brother. So he's also a prince of Prussia. The last person we're following in this story is a girl by the name of Isabel. She would be the rightful queen of France had England not taken over everything. And you know that prince that Marie is supposed to marry? Isabel is his fiance, and she's being forced to break this whole thing off because the Queen of England is like, no, he has to marry my daughter because peace. There's all this like soap opera drama going on, and it's really fun. I really enjoy the time periodiness of it. It's cool the things that they use magic for. Instead of getting a hairstylist and a makeup person to do the princess's makeup, they have a magician come in and make her skin look luminous. So like they do all different spells. Like they have beauty magicians. It's weird and it's cool. And it was a really entertaining, interesting read. It was not my favorite. I had some issues with it, but I definitely enjoyed myself whilst reading it. Melissa de la Cruz created this really super cool setting, this awesome concept, and I think it was really well set up. The ending just felt really rushed for me, and I wish that it was kind of spaced out more. On my scale, I think I'd give it like an 87%. It was enjoyable, but it's not gonna make my favorites list. I think that's gonna be the end of my non-spoilery section here. I'm excited to discuss this. If you want to get more of a feel for the plot and stuff, I actually recommend checking out the book trailer for this one. Usually I hate book trailers. This is one of the better ones. I'll link to it right here. If you click here, you can go watch the book trailer. It's like really Game of Thronesy, and it's got a really awesome song in the background. To me, it looks like a trailer for a TV show. Like I said, I think this would make a cool television show, and I think they'd really be able to flesh out the parts that I thought were too quick at the end. So this is the end of the non-spoilery section. If you have not read the book, I recommend leaving now. Bye-bye, non-spoilery people, bye! Okay, so The Ring and the Crown. I really liked the beginning. Ronan and Wolf were my favorite couple going on. I didn't like that at the end, none of the couples got a happy ending. I just wanted one of them to like stay together. But 5 seconds after anything happy happened to anyone, everything went to hell. The island of Avalon was really interesting. Like there's this secret bubble magician island where no one grows old. It's just like the Fountain of Youth Magician Island. Where is it located? Off the coast of England? Is that why there are so many magicians in England? I feel like it's like the island from Lost. Can you only find it if you know where it is? How does that work? In the beginning of the novel here, we have some inspirational quotes. We've got something by Emily Dickinson, and then we've got another one, more modern poet. Who runs the world? Girls. Who runs the world? Girls. Beyonce runs the world. Girls. Melissa de la Cruz picked some interesting quotes to insert in here. I mean, I could only assume that they were put in here satirically so I could just have a little chuckle. The other quote in here, I just stopped and was like, why? Right after Leo got shot, I turned the page. It's like one of those blank dividers. Got another quote. Let me be your ruler. You can call me Queen Bee. Lord. Royals. Like, he just died. This just doesn't seem appropriate. It's too soon. Okay, can we just talk about that duel at the end? The end was absolutely ridiculous. I started laughing because it was just like, plot twist, plot twist, plot twist, plot twist. Isabel's cousin, that she's not exactly related to, challenges Leo to a duel to protect Isabel's honor. Meanwhile, they're in love with each other, so it doesn't freaking matter about her honor because he doesn't give a crap. I don't think he gives a crap about her honor because he loves her anyway. But no, duel me! Throws down his glove at the prince's feet. Okay, this glove thing. I always wondered why in Mario Party a random glove meant duel. Now it just makes sense. Was that how they duel? They threw down a glove in front of their opponent? Anyway, this whole thing, I was like, really? You're gonna just like shoot each other because of this girl's honor? And then right after that, Louis and Isabel, they get together and they run away from home together. They're like, wait a minute, why did we stop? Louis gets out to check what's wrong and everyone's dead. And then Isabel gets out and Louis gets stabbed in the back. Dead. Then we find out that Isabel is preggers. Twist, she's pregnant with the prince's baby. Then we find out that it may actually be Hugh's baby. Twist! What? Then we find out that Leo was actually evil, so it's a good thing that he died playing this stupid duel game because he was actually trying to blow up the castle because he was actually an evil sorcerer who's actually trained by evil sorcerer Hedwig dude. This Hedwig dude, supposedly Prussian, actually, he was French, and he was full of revenge, and that's why Leo was trying to blow up the English government. Plot twist! Plot twist! Plot twist! Plot twist! Then, Marie doesn't have the plague. The Merlin's just been poisoning her all these years to strengthen her moral character. That does not seem like the way to do that at all. And then the queen was in on this illegal magician birth. Evelyn is actually her and the Merlin's child. Plot twist! The girls are actually sisters! Like, it was just so much at once. I think that this could really have been fleshed out and these could have happened spaced out. This book could have been like 200 pages longer. Rewinding a little bit, my favorite storyline to follow was definitely Wolf and Ronan. I loved the whole reverse Titanic trip to England. Oh my gosh, when he asked her to marry her and she was like, nope, sorry, you're too poor. I was just like, you're so stupid. Since we have like an ensemble cast thing going on here, we never get to focus on one group too long. We kind of just hear about it afterwards. I didn't dislike that writing style, but because I liked them the best, I wanted to see more of their relationship. They had that really cute scene where he comes to visit her and then he asked her to play strip poker and she has that funny line where she's like, well, you know what? I'm wearing lots of layers. Get ready. I would have liked to see the game for a little bit. I think that would have been really amusing. But we had to move on to someone else. I really liked Princess Marie, like I said. I loved her relationship with Wolf, actually. I didn't really like Gil that much. I just don't think he had that much character development at all. I actually like the idea of Marie and Wolf together. I think they will love each other at the end. But at the same time, we spend all this time with all of them having a different love interest. And I just wish one of them worked out. The whole Leo-Marie story going on. I really liked how Marie dealt with Leo. That line about her eyes. Your eyes are like stars in the sky, my rose. I And she just burst out laughing. At that point, I had actually thought that the Merlin had put a spell on Leopold to love or adore Marie. I thought that was what was going on because they wanted this to happen so badly. I feel like there was very little foreshadowing that Leo was a sorcerer. That was like a Teen Wolf plot twist that just drops on you and you're like, where were the hints here? Because he could have easily just been acting, not being a sorcerer, you know? It's not hard to be charming. And that's the thing that you could just have as a normal human. You don't have to have magical powers. I thought it was really funny how the first line we hear from Wolf is bollocks, and it just takes that one word to give him an English accent. But as I read on and found that he was the Prince of Prussia, all of a sudden he became Russian, and he turned into Val Shmirkovsky from Dancing with the Stars in my brain. That was who Wolf was, Val Shmirkovsky. He was a Russian dance pro from Dancing with the Stars. And of course, the first thing I think when I see the name Wolf is Wolf from the Lunar Chronicles, because I just finished reading those. And then the first thing we find out about him is that he's a fighter. And I'm like, is this Wolf from the Lunar Chronicles? What is happening? I did for a second think that Eowyn was going to take over and be queen forever, because that would have been a twist. Now, this I heard is going to be the first book in the series, which surprises me, because he kind of had like a little epilogue at the end about the other girls and how even though they didn't find love, they're, you know, starting up a hat shop in London and ran away and now is a school teacher with a baby. I'd love to know how you felt about it. I definitely think my favorite part, I liked the ball. I think that was really fun. But my favorite part was the Titanic part. Ronan and Wolf on the boat was the best. Share your thoughts, your favorite parts. Do you agree about the end? It was just like every cliffhanger from the end of every soap opera show I've ever watched, smushed into 30 pages. Thanks for watching. Share your thoughts. I'm Christine. I'll talk to you next time. Bye!